So I'm gonna go for the 5-bet. I don't really say that word very often. Really quick, click the link, the first link in the description for the Jonathan Little giveaway. $1,000 cash, it ends today. Do it, lock. Gentlemen, it's that time for a special edition vlog. We are on a live stream, not a TikTok live stream, a big time one with the chip reader, the card readers, all that whole thing. 1-3, $500 max at TCH Live.
We just received word there's 2 to 3 pros playing our table that play 2-5 for a living, so definitely going to have to step up our game tonight and bring our A game.
This time they brought it to our stakes, $500 buy-in. I got multiple bullets for the first time in a live stream. We're ready, stakes we're comfortable with, buy-in we're comfortable with. Let's finally do it. We're gonna break the streak right now. 1 for 4.
Let's go! Welcome to the live stream, ladies and gentlemen. Let me set the scene for you. We are at TCH Dallas playing 1-3, $500 max at a 10 max table. So there are 10 people at the table. Early on in the session, I look down at 2 black 10s in the +3 position. I open it to 15. My girl Carol gives me some action in the hijack with King 5 suited. Data comes along in the cutoff with Ace 9 suited, and Ricky completes the action in the big blind with King 7 of spades. We're off to flop 4 ways. It's Deuce Jack 7, 2 spades, and 1 heart. It checks to me, and I decide to continue my betting lead here. I bet $30. I want to clean up some equity, and I can also get called from plenty of worse holdings, so I bet $30. It folds all the way around to Ricky. He's got the second nut flush draw and middle pair. He's going nowhere. He makes a call, and we're off to a turn. Heads up, it is the deuce of hearts. He checks it over to me, and I decide to pot control and check back. The river is a gin card. It is the 10 of hearts, completing the flush, but also boating us up. I'm sitting here feeling good, but I'm feeling even better when he reaches for chips and donk leads into me for $45. Now I'm sitting here deciding what to raise to. I eventually settle on a price of $150. I think he can call with some worse hands like a jack or a deuce, and also might even go over the top of me if he somehow spiked a backdoor flush draw. So I bet $150. He thinks about it for a while and ends up actually making the call with his just middle pair. He's a non-believer. I flip over my boat and we're good, scooping in a nice large pot to start the session. Let's keep it rolling, and on to Frankie.
Jack getting that value with pocket 10s. Let's get into my first hand of the night. We look down at pocket 7s in the +4 position. We're playing 10-handed, remember. +2 limp for 3. I bump it up to $16 here. We see the hijack make the call, the button, and the +2 player make the call. Going 4 ways to a flop, which comes 4-3-2 rainbow. Pretty safe board. Now the +2 player leads out for $15. That is not enough. I want to bump it up. I want to not get people to call with overcards, so I make it 50 to play. And while that doesn't work, the hijack with 2 overcards makes the call to 50, and then the +2 player makes the call after the button folds. The turn comes the 8 of hearts, and yes, it's an overcard, but it's a pretty good overcard, so it checks to me again. I bet $90 for value, hoping, you know, maybe people will tag along with just a 4 or a straight draw, but they both fold, and we take down the first pot of the night, building some confidence very early. As we're stacking up our chips from the last win, we see another pocket pair, and this time even better, pocket jacks. We go under the gun +1, limps for $10. Let's hope that confidence has already settled in as I make it $55 to go. Ricky in the hijack makes the call. Under the gun straddler picks up a good hand, ace-5 of diamonds, and makes the call here as well. Under the gun +1, Carol makes the call. We're going 4 ways to a flop, which is kind of similar to last hand, 5-4-2 rainbow. Not often you flopped over pairs with pocket 7s and pocket jacks back-to-back hands. Now when it checks to me, I bet $95 for value in just the straddle. Makes the call. Ricky makes a great fold with pocket 8s here. Shout out to him. That's a very good read. Nice fold to him as we're going off to a turn card, which is the queen of clubs. There is an overcard to the board, but how many queens are really going to call $95 in this flop? Ace-queen should be folding on that board, so unless they have ace-queen specifically, I think we're good to fire off another bet for value. I bet $125 when he has 380 remaining, and he folds. So we pick up back-to-back wins. Let's go. Next Gen Livestream looking great so far.
Way to get value with those jacks, Frankie. Now it's my turn. We got ace jack offsuit in the big blind. We see under the gun +2, open it up to $15. The button makes the call, action Ashley, and the small blind Jimmy makes the call. We're going to defend here with ace jack off, head to a flop 4 ways, and we have the highest percentage chance to win here, guys. Let's see if it holds up. No, does not. The flop comes ace king 10 with 2 diamonds. We flop our top pair, but little do we know Jimmy's got the sneaky bottom 2 pair. He checks, I check to the aggressor, who checks, and Ashley checks as well. Free turn card, which is the 7. It brings in the spade draw for Ashley. Now Jimmy is going to go ahead and bet his 2 pair. He bets $40. We obviously don't know he has 2 pair. We got top pair. We're feeling good. We make the call, and Ashley makes the call as well with her now flush draw. Head into a river, which is a dud. The 5 of clubs, not going to do me any favors with regards to getting away from top pair here. Jimmy bets small. He bets $50, giving me great odds. All the draws missed. We're kind of just going to shrug and call here, guys. You can see we're not going to be good, unfortunately. Ashley folds, Jimmy shows, and it's on to the next one, guys.
Next hand's pretty exciting. We got king jack offsuit on the button. There's a $10 straddle on. Pez in the +2 makes a call. Action Ashley with ace 8 offsuit makes a call in the +4. Rosie in the cutoff with queen 10 offsuit comes along for $10, and it's on me on the button. With all this dead money in the pot, I think this is a great spot to squeeze. Pez has been calling and betting real light throughout this session. I watched him bluff Frankie with 7-3 offsuit before. Therefore, I decided to open it up here to $65, hoping to take this down pre-flop. Sitting like a silent assassin, Data's got some tricks up his sleeve as he comes along for $55 with 9-6 suited. How can you blame him? It's a good hand. Everyone else quickly gets out of the way. We're off to a flop, heads up in position. It's king 3-6, 2 spades, 1 club. He checks me and I down bet here to $40, hoping to keep him in with all his wide calling ranges. And he check raises me to $135. I have a lot of history with this player. He likes to bluff me and we've gotten into some pretty massive pots together. I know he's definitely capable of doing this with a lot of weak holdings, which he is right here, middle pair. I decided to make the call. I think he just wants to see where he is at this point. I make the call and we're still heads up. It is the 10 of clubs on the turn. He checks to me and I pot control and just check back, hoping that he'll continue stabbing on a dud river. The river is the 7 of diamonds and he decides to lead out on this card for $130. The only draw that I could realistically see him having here that would check raise a flop and get there on the river would be 4-5. But I think if he had that and he binked this straight on the river, he'd be betting a lot bigger to try to target all of my strong holdings. For that reason, this price is just way too good to go away. I make the call for $130 and he flips over his 9-6 suited. We continue the hot run. Hopefully Frankie and Rosie can keep it running hot too. Let's go, boys.
Next hand for me starts with Pez under the gun +3, opening up the stone cold nuts, 5-7 offsuit to $12. Folds to me. Do we have something that can compete? Yes, we have the American Dream. Pocket aces on the button. Doesn't get better than this. I 3-bet to $40. Folds to Pez, who makes the call because, you know, why not? The flop comes 2-2-4 with 2 spades. He checks. I'm loving life here. I'm going to c-bet for $30. And Pez check raises me to $75. Now it's time to think. 2 doesn't really make sense for him, as ace deuce would be the only hand I could see him calling a 3-bet with, and we have that double blocked. There's pocket 2s, I guess. Obviously my analysis of his range isn't really necessary here because his range is apparently any 2 cards. So nevertheless, we're just going to keep analyzing. I don't have the ace of spades, which allows him to have more of those flush draw bluffs in his range. For these reasons, we're going to go for the repop, the flop 3-bet to $200. And Pez is going to let go of his 5-7 offsuit. Maybe we call, he keeps blasting, but tough to put him on 5-7 there.
We're in for my 3rd hand within the first hour of playing. Action Ashley makes it $11 to go, and she actually gets 3-bet by Chill Bill with ace 4 suited to $35, and then it gets to me. Pocket pair central, baby. I got pocket kings in the small blind. Now I'm gonna have to put in a cold 4-bet out of position to both players. I make it $105 to go. Ashley gets out of the way respectively, and then Chill Bill makes the call. Going off to a flop, as you can see, the equity's not too much in my favor. He still can flop an ace, but that doesn't happen. Board comes 4-2 Jack 2 diamonds. Now I down bet here, trying to get called pretty wide, and I make it $60, and he does make the call. I'm putting him on, you know, pocket tens. Any strong ace is not going to fold to this small of a bet. So go into a turn card, hoping to avoid that magnet rocket, and we do with the 8 of hearts. Now I bet $175 for value, trying to get stacks in by the river, but he makes the fold here with mid pair, and we take down another big one. We're chipping up within the first hour.
As I'm walking out of the bathroom, I can see the cards being dealt on the TCH live table. This is where the art of speed walking comes in handy. I head quickly back over to the table, knowing it's on me in the under the gun position, and I look down at pocket sevens, good enough to open it up to $10. Folds around to JJ in the hijack. He 3-bets me to $30 with ace deuce of spades, a little light from him. Action Ashley makes a light call on the button with Jack 9 offsuit. I guess she wants position. And our good buddy Jimmy with ace 10 offsuit comes along in the small blind. It's back onto me, and I decide to just make the call and set mine here for $20 more. We're off to flop 4 ways. It comes king, king, 6. It checks around to JJ, who bets $40 here. Quickly folds back around to me, and I'm a bit unsure what to do here. If I make the call, I'm going to be put in a lot of really weird spots on the turn where he can size up on almost any turn card that's going to put pocket sevens under pressure. If I make the raise here, he might have kings and absolutely trap me. I'll be out of position if he makes a call and unsure exactly where I'm at on the turn. It is a really good price. I'm trying to price in any low pocket pair, any non-believer with ace high. At the time being, I thought JJ was relatively tight. He had just sat down, and this was one of the first hands he had played. For those reasons, I decide on a fold here, a little exploitative and a little weak, but he bluffed me out. I gave him a little too much credit, and we're on to the next one.
Next hand for me starts with Ricky opening up Queen Jack offsuit in the hijack to the tune of $16. Gets to me, we're in the small blind and we got pocket nines. I don't want to just flat here because the small blind sucks, so the hands I'm going to play from here are going to be 3-bets. So let's 3-bet this as a slight 3-bet bluff to the tune of $50. My reputation, as you guys know, is pretty snug, so I think Ricky might even let go of this Queen Jack offsuit here. That is not the case this time. He makes the call pretty quickly, and so we're going to head to a flop heads up, which comes King 5 Jack 2 diamonds. Obviously, you can see that Ricky outflops us, but he doesn't have that strong of a hand on this board, especially against my 3-betting range. For these reasons, I'm gonna continue to bet here. I see bet for $40, and I honestly think Ricky probably should be folding here, but he does make the call. So we are heading to a turn. I'm pretty much in shutdown mode. It's the 4 of diamonds. The front door flush gets there. I check. He checks it back. So when the river is the 5 of hearts, we do have a decision to make. We can turn our nines into a little bit of a bluff, or we can try to take our showdown value. I don't think my line makes much sense with a bet here. Let's take third pair to showdown. I check. He checks it back, but as you guys can tell, we are not good and we lose. But I do think my reputation against this specific hand Ricky has is going to result in us winning a lot more of the time. On to the next one.
The night's wrapping up. I've been a bit card dead, haven't gotten too involved. I got Queen 10 offsuit on the button with a $10 straddle. JJ in the +2 position decides to open it up to $30 here, folds around to me, and I decide to make a bit of a loose call here. I want to get involved in some pots towards the end of the night. He has 5 deuce offsuit, little do I know, so I guess this is a good call, you could say. Data makes a call in the under the gun straddle position for only $20 more to close the action with 9-7 offsuit. We're off to a flop, becomes 7 queen 4, 2 hearts and 1 club. It checks to JJ and he fires out about $50. I'm not going anywhere with my top pair. I'll make the call for $50 and Data makes a fold. Looking back, I wish I'd have went with a raise on this flop. I think my hand functions best here as a raise because he will be folding out all of his junk as well as his ace and king highs that still have some equity against me. He also is going to call with some flush draws because I can have all the sets here. And if he does jam, I'm happy to just let it go. He can definitely have all the overpairs and better queens like king queen. I think that's how my hand functions best. I gathered the most information that way. However, that's not what I go with. I go with the call, and we're off to a turn heads up now. It comes to deuce of diamonds, an absolute dud. He thinks about it for a while and stacks a bunch of green chips out there. He bets $175. Very polarizing bet here. He's either got a really strong flush draw, an overpair, or a better queen than me. Little do I know he has 5 deuce offsuit. I do have some kicker problems here, unfortunately. I wish I had a better queen in my hand. It'd be easier to flat here with king queen or ace queen. It seems like he's betting big to try to get me off of my flush draw or some sort of holding like that. If that's the case though, he has a made hand that's better than me. For those reasons, I let it go. Again, this is a bit of a nitty fold. I thought JJ was tighter than he was at the moment. However, after this hand, he told me that he didn't look at his hand until the flop. Looking back on the live stream, you can actually see if you rewind it here, JJ never looked at his cards. It was a blind open to $30 with his 5-deuce offsuit. If I would have known that, I think I would have easily made the call on this turn. However, he gets me again, and we still end the night in the black though. So overall, great night. Shout out to TCH for having us. It was a great time.
After mixing in some 3-bets with ace-jack offsuit and then getting 4-bet by kings, this session has gone very good for us. We're here in the small blind with another pocket pair, this time pocket 10s. Action goes under the gun +1, bet 16, and the cutoff calls. Now, both players are action-packed, and I think I should be raising larger here, but I just make it $55, and they both make the call, which they're going to be doing here pretty wide, as they've got Jack-10 offsuit and 6-7 suited here. Going off to a flop, which is pretty good for us. It's 3-4-6, 2 diamonds. I've got overpairs, so I'm going to be betting. I make it $55 to go, and actually immediately jams it all in for $132. Cutoff folds, and Ashley's been playing pretty solid all night, but she just got caught bluffing one hand previously. She could have just have a 5 for a straight draw, but we don't know. Going off to a turn, which is the 8 of diamonds, and then thinking I'm already probably not good, the river's horrible. It's the 5 of diamonds. I lose to any diamond, but Ashley flips over a straight. She got there, her gutter got there. I'm a little upset that that was her draw. Lose this one and end up 115 on the night.
Last hand for me starts with Action Ashley living up to her name, opening up Queen Deuce under the gun +2 to the tune of $12. We wake up with Ace King in middle position. 12 will not be enough. I 3-bet to 45. Folds to Data in the small blind, who says Ace 9 of diamonds, let's 4-bet it. And he 4-bets me to 165, the cold 4-bet. Ashley gives up on the dream of Queen Deuce, and it's on to me. This is a pretty active player, Data. I think that my hand is probably better than his hand. For that reason, as simple as that, I want to put more money in right now. So I'm going to go for the 5-bet. I don't really say that word very often, 5-bet, but let's do it. $350, put it in, and he goes into the tank, which is a little bit surprising now that I see what he has. But I don't know what he thought I had, but nevertheless, Data is going to let it go, and we scoop a nice pot without having to actually take a hand that I lose so much money with post-flop. Post-flop. That's it for me.
Yo! We just wrapped up our live stream. 1-3, that was fantastic. So many people watching, it was great.
Broke the curse, finally. I'll start us off. I am 1 for 4 in live streams, thankfully. Into this game for 500, cash for about 620. After hourly, that'll be about $100 profit, which isn't huge. But the last hand, if we won, it could have been more. I'm happy, I'm very happy. Jello?
I was in the game for 5, out for 743. Not too bad, $240 profit.
And I was into the game for 700, out for 694. A loss of $6, which I am more than okay with. Didn't get too many cards.
My God, he only lost $6. We're in the black.
Yeah, next gen in the black.
We're in the black. Let's go. Who would have thought?
And there were professionals at that table.
We played with, our table's hard.
This group of 3 people made money.
Yeah, we were on the bottom making at the table.
Oh my gosh. Guys, all you have to do, email TCH to try to get a live stream with us. We're going to be doing these more often, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Hopefully monthly.
Oh, that'd be great. Please leave a like. If you leave a like and comment, I bet they will let us do this more often. So do it, please. Subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Peace.